Hi, this is Crystal from Crystallized Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to crochet the thumb in the Ho 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 wrist warmers. And I have my wrist warmers made. I have my pom-poms already on. Technically, they're not Ho 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 because it's missing one ho. So these are the Ho Ho wrist warmers. Again, the thumb is kind of confusing on adding that on, so there's no gap and how to really work that. So I'm going to show you a video tutorial, and I did cheat. I did the photo tutorial first, and then I unwound to this. So if I get a little close, it's because they're pre-cut pieces. Each wrist warmer is slightly different for the thumb on the right compared to the left. So right now we're going to start on the right one. And I have my yarn here. I'm going to put my yarn on my hook. This is a Furls Odyssey, which I love. Okay, so on each pair, you want to work on the back side. You want to start on the back side. Now, what we are going to do is this row is the row that we skipped stitches. Okay. And then the row below it and the row above it when we crocheted into the chains. What we are going to do for the right mitten is, this is the side, if you can kind of see. This is the side of the single crochet, and it's kind of pulled extra loose because I've already worked these. But what you're going to do for the right wrist warmer is the front loop right below that row. You're going to insert your hook, and then you're going to insert your hook through that side of that stitch, and you're going to join with a single crochet. Whoops. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, through the front loop of the stitch right below, through the side of the single crochet, and we're going to join with a single crochet. If you don't know exactly what I mean by joining with a single crochet, I do have a tutorial on that. But you basically put your slip knot on your hook, and then you single crochet. You don't chain one. Now we're going to turn to work on the chains that we chained. So we're just going to work into the chain, and we're going to single crochet all 3 chains. Like that. Then I'm going to stick my end in just so it's easier. I'm going to go through the front loop of the next stitch on the same row and the side of the stitch there. So I'm going to go through both of those together and work a single crochet. That pulls this tighter. I'll show you real quick what it's like if I don't work into that front loop, if I just work into the side of the single crochet. You have this big hole here, and that's not going to keep your hands really warm. So we want to tighten that hole up by going into the front loop, through that side crochet, and single crocheting. And you kind of want to do it tight. So now we're on the skipped stitches, and we're going to work in the back loop of the skipped stitches 3 times. We skipped 3, we're going to work in those 3. Oops. And that is the end of our first round. Now, you can use a stitch marker if you have to. I'm going to tuck that tail in a little bit better. You can use a stitch marker if you have to. Because it's such a small number of stitches, I'm not going to do anything. But you're going to single crochet into the next 7 using the back loop only. Whoops. Back loop only. 2, 3, 4, 5, come on, 6, and 7. Ooh, okay, yeah, see, I pre-cut this a little bit shorter, and I wove in my ends, and then decided to do a video. So I single crocheted 7 around, and I'm going to slip stitch into the next, like so, and I'm just going to finish it off. So now when I weave in my ends, it'll kind of be, pretend I wove that in, it'll be fairly even with that slip stitch. So that is how you do the right side thumb for the ho 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 wrist warmers. I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to do the left mitten. So there, we got no thumb. Gotta be careful not my tail fall out because I didn't weave that in. And with a thumb. Okay, so we're gonna add the thumb onto this. Whoops, there's my tail sticking out here compared to that. If you didn't want to make a thumb, you wouldn't have to make a thumb, but okay. This is the left side. We're going to flip it over. Again, we're starting on the back side. I have my slip knot already on, or already in my yarn. I'm going to insert my hook. I'm going to pull it. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit slower with the single crocheting, joining with the single crochet. So again, here's that row that we skipped stitches. So we're going to work into the side of the single crochet, but this time we're also going to work into the bottom loop, and we're going to kind of twist it down where, or the front loop, I'm sorry, on the row below, on the front loop of that same stitch, we're going to pull through that front, whoops, I lost it, okay, through the side, angle it down, and through the front loop, yarn over and pull through both the front loop and the side of the single crochet, and then you're going to finish single crocheting. Again, that closes that gap. That's the whole purpose of that. I'm going to kind of tuck my end in. So this time, because we were going around the top first, we're going to go around the bottom first. That is the only difference per the gloves, or wrist warmers. We're working again in the back loop only on the 3 skip stitches. So we're going to single crochet the 3, like so. And then now, my pom-pom's kind of in the way, but here is the side of the single crochet. I'm going to work in the row below on the front loop, insert my hook, and into the single crochet, and pull through both the single crochet and the front loop, and then finish off that single crochet. Again, we're going to turn our work. Now this is the chains that we single crocheted 3 together with. I'm going to insert my hook and single crochet into the next 3 chains. They kind of stick out a little bit. And that's the 3rd one. So we have 8 stitches. We are going to find our first one. It may turn a little bit because we joined with a single crochet. It's not a chain one, so you might have to wiggle that stitch around. In the back loop only, we are going to work 7 single crochets. Oops. 3, 4, and this is easier without the pom-pom on it. 5, I do that last. 6 and 7 single crochets. I'm going to slip stitch into the next, like so. Come on. Then I'm going to finish off, and this is where I would weave in my end to the next stitch. Let's just tuck that in, pretend I did that, and then we have a fairly even thumb hole without getting my unwoven ends sticking out. Get my fingers in here. like so. And that is how to do the thumbs. The other part is pretty basic. I do have a video tutorial on how to make the H. I do have a video tutorial on how to make pom-poms. If you don't have pom-pom makers, though I highly suggest getting yourself some pom-pom makers. And so this part is fairly easy. It's the thumb that I was concerned about. Like there's no gap there. I mean, there's a little one, but not like it was without. Oops, there's my end sticking out again. So that is the Ho 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 wrist warmers, the thumbs. The rest of the free pattern is on the blog, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit notifications for all other video tutorials for patterns, tutorials, and box openings, because I like to do those as well. Have a great day. Bye.